bevo.com.
As part of your Wired to Connect series, you have a fascinating discussion with Naomi Wolf.
Well, Naomi Wolf, who of course is best known for her work in women's issues and so on, also has co-founded an Institute for Ethical Leadership. And one of the programs they run there is for early career women, because they've found that many women who are going into the professions, going into business, have to overcome early socialization. And that socialization basically is that their role is to be the one who keeps things harmonious, to kind of step back and be a supporter rather than the focal player. And so they tend to feel less self-confidence, for example, in presenting in a presentation, in a meeting or so on. And for that reason, she's developed a program that helps overcome this so that women early in the career can develop the confidence they need to succeed. And by the way, I should say that lots of data on emotional intelligence, converging data, does show that on average, women relative to men have less self-confidence in a business setting, except, and this is quite critical, data point, star performers, outstanding performers, top leaders. Women there are just as confident as men in the same position. So what Naomi Wolf's program is doing is helping women get to the point earlier in the career where they'll have the kind of self-confidence. They do it in a few ways. One is first by setting up situations where people are put on the spot. You know, you've got to give a stump speech right now. Doesn't matter if you're not prepared, go ahead and do it. But they do that in the context of what's called a safe haven. A safe haven is a highly supportive emotional environment where you're basically feeling a lot of love and support for you no matter what. So you can go ahead, fail, but it's not going to be a disaster. You'll get feedback, you'll learn how to improve and so on. And she finds that that's a learning environment in which people can, in fact, become far more confident. The other thing that we explored was this notion of ethical leadership and how one of the implicit tasks of a leader is to set ethical norms. And by ethical norms, we don't mean, some high-fluting ethical code. We mean how people are with each other day to day. What are the ground rules for our interacting? Are we going to be honest or not so honest? Are we going to be open with people about problems we have with them, or just gossip about them behind their back? Well, if you're open with people and you put it out on the table and do it in a positive, collaborative way, you can settle those differences and get on with the work. If not, if you just start developing little cliques, and this group is against that person, so it's a disaster for the working environment. So in other words, the leader's ethical task is to be an exemplar, to show how to do this, to model this, and to encourage other people to follow those norms and to praise them when they do, and to draw a line when they don't.
bevo.com.